This is What's Your Passion? Food Edition. On this episode, we're back in Western Michigan, headed to Big Rapids. I was given some insider information on a mobile food trailer with some down south favorites, straight out of LA, that's Louisiana. I needed some food that would warm the soul because, well, it was a cool 37 degrees that day. Check it out.
You warm?
She said no.
All right, we're in Big Rapids, Michigan today. Couyons Cajun Cafe with Shane West.
Hey.
Right? How you doing?
Doing good, thank you.
We're nice and warm, right?
Hey, welcome to
Beautiful.
Michigan.
A beautiful Michigan chilly day.
Right.
And you left Louisiana. That's where it all started, right? You're from Louisiana.
Yeah, we started out in South Louisiana, outside of Lafayette, a little town called Orneville. That is in the 90s right now for temperature, so drastic difference. Went from Louisiana to East Texas, and then after the kids got out of school, we moved up here.
All right. And then what did you didn't always do food, right? When you kind of started out? I mean, what were you doing back in the day kind of through the years?
I actually started out in the oil field over in Louisiana and East Texas doing environmental health and safety.
Okay.
So I was an environmental guy for oil and gas.
All right. But that'd be kind of a hard job though, right? Oil and gas? Or you weren't a roughneck or anything, right?
No, I was not doing the physical work.
Not doing the physical work?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But one of the things about getting out of environmental was typically most of the people, when you're dealing with them, you're telling them that soil's dirty. You're going to have to clean it up. It's going to cost you this much. They're not in a good mood.
Right.
And I found if you give people good food,
they're
go. Usually in a good mood when you finish dealing with them.
Right. And so I'm sure you've had plenty of time to kind of, get good recipes. Being from Louisiana, you've been cooking for a while?
Absolutely. My mom and I were actually talking about it the other day. My first cookbook I ever bought was in 1981, and it was a Tony Chachere's cookbook. So, yeah, we've been playing with this for a while.
Tony Chachere's, not Tony Cacheros or whatever.
Exactly.
Some people look at it and they're like, yeah, I don't know how to say that. But
yeah, Cacciatore.
Right. So there might be a Couyons, right?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a Couyons in the bunch.
Let's talk about the Couyons. What does that mean from the Cajun dictionary and how you kind of got that name?
Couyons is the Cajun word for a fool or an idiot.
Okay.
And since I started this in the middle of winter in Western Michigan, where Cajun food is not prevalent, during the pandemic, I figured I must be an idiot for trying it, but we're going to give it a shot anyway.
And how has it been going?
It's actually been going really well. A lot of the people, once they get over the fear of it being spicy, they'll try it. Or if you can just get them to try it, most of the people like it. So we've got a fairly good established clientele right now.
And then I'm sure, like with the pandemic, like you talked about, being mobile is an advantage to be able to kind of move around and stuff instead of being stuck in one spot, right?
It is. We cover right now, we do mainly Big Rapids and White Cloud. That's our two towns we're doing right now, but we'll probably expand out during the week and still do festivals and events on the weekends.
Okay. And before I forget, so what are you said there's three main Cajun dishes that you do, right? Or traditional
Correct.
Ones that you do?
We've got chicken and sausage gumbo, which is perfect for a day like today.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We've got sausage and pork tenderloin in our jambalaya. And the reason those two don't have seafood in them is that's our only two dishes that don't come in contact with seafood. So that's for our folks that have shellfish allergies. And then fried catfish, which is another very unusual dish for Michigan because it's not something that you run into up here.
It's not at all. I
No.
mean, I lived here for 21 years and I don't think I really ate catfish. Then I met my wife. We lived in Texas and Louisiana, and that's almost all it is catfish. But I mean, it's great, but yeah, you don't really find it here in Michigan. Do you put corn in your gumbo?
Who puts corn in their gumbo? No, and we don't even put okra in ours. That's more of the New Orleans type thing.
Okay.
We're more towards South Central Louisiana, the Lafayette area, where it's a little more rustic type cooking.
Okay, yeah, because I know sometimes some people say you don't put corn, okra, you don't put this.
Tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's so many different types, but
and really and truly, I mean, I'm not going to hold it against someone if they do because, I mean, it's your gumbo. Make it like you like it.
Right.
And the thing about this one up here is so many of the folks have never had it, So we try to just keep it simple for them.
What would you say are some of the biggest influences in your cooking? Do you have somebody that's influenced you?
Actually, more than a person, it was just atmosphere.
Atmosphere?
You know, and you may think, I mean, historically women were the ones that cooked, but down in South Louisiana, men cook as much as women. And being around it, being cooked by men all the time, you know, that was one of the things that it's kind of like, well, you've got to learn to do this, because down south, they would go to deer camp. Well, the guys are cooking. They would go to squirrel camp down there.
Right.
The guys were cooking, or they would go to fish camp. And the guys were always cooking something. Usually it's a wild game dish. But, you know, it was always cool to be the cook, because you didn't have to be the one to get out and go freeze to death going hunting. You could stay home and cook.
Right.
And usually they were the ones that did better during the hunt than anyone else.
Beautiful Michigan day. It's April, but it's 37 degrees. That's why my daughter was so cold. 37 degrees, but that's the best weather for gumbo if you've never had gumbo before. That's really good. And it's not really spicy, which is good, because especially for kids, if they were eating gumbo, I know a lot of times when we have our gumbo, so my wife would put the spices in there, and then the kids don't want to eat it because it's too spicy for them. But it's not spicy at all, but it's tasty, it's warm, it's going to warm you up. 37-degree weather in Michigan. Let me try some of this jambalaya. Some sausage, some chicken, rice. I can see the steam coming right off of it. Nice and warm. Warm your body and warm your soul. It's not too often you're going to get some Cajun food here in western Michigan. Look at that. Yeah, oh yeah, that's already warming me up. Ooh. Look at that.
You ready for a Mardi Gras fry?
That looks pretty impressive. Yes. Wow. So what's all in here?
That is French fries with fried smoked sausage, fried shrimp, Cajun fried chicken, ranch dressing, Cajun sauce, and shredded cheese.
Wow. Are you gonna have to pick me up off the floor when I get done eating this?
Quite possibly. You still got catfish coming.
Oh man, yes. I need to get a picture of this one. This is pretty impressive.
That's the best one to get the sampling of all the meats.
Thank you so much.
Sir.
Wow. Sausage, chicken is already making me have difficulty talking. Chicken, sausage, shrimp, fries, ranch, cheese, jalapenos. If you want jalapenos. It's a lot of food. That's pretty good. Gumbo, Cajun fries, jambalaya, and there's some fried catfish. I know in Michigan, there's not a lot of people that eat catfish, but I'm telling you, you go down south, that's what you're gonna find. It's difficult. I've been to California, and I know when you're out in California, to find catfish, it's almost like non-existent. It's a lot of food. I probably already said that once or twice. It's a lot of food. It's quite filling.
I always believe that food brings people together. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are, right? And anything. But you have some food. If you can all agree on food, you're gonna have some good conversation. Just hanging out together, right? Enjoying some good food. Is that the fried catfish?
Yes. Oh, that's a half order.
This is a half order. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. I was trying to.
that one.
Man. Chicken, sausage, shrimp.
You good with it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to stop eating it because I was going to fill myself up,
Right.
but I want to be able to eat this. So.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So what you're saying is you're not meant for man versus food.
Probably not.
Yeah, you eat ketchup or anything?
Oh no.
Okay.
This will be perfect.
Fair enough.
Thank you. So like I said, if you're in Michigan, you're probably not going to find catfish, and especially you're not going to find this kind of catfish. Well, that is so fluffy, flaky, it's so soft. It's perfectly seasoned. I'm gonna tell you, that's hot too. Not spicy. You can tell that was fresh out of the oil. Fresh, because it's so hot. He brought it directly to me. Good Cajun seasoned fries. Some awesome seasoning. Yeah, those are some good catfish fillets. You're not gonna find this at very many places. You have to go miles, hours. If you're in Michigan, you're looking for some good catfish. Yeah, Couyons Cajun Cafe. Oh yeah, they just kind of melt in your mouth. Very, very good. So good. Yeah. I don't want to stop eating. And like Shane said, this is a half order. This is like 3 catfish fillets, half order. This is really good. Very flavorful. The spices are not overbearing. They're not too much. Like, once again, like if you were looking to feed you and the family, you know, you have some kids, they want something to eat. This isn't too much. It's not too spicy. It's not too much spiciness to make it hot, or you know, where they're not going to want to eat it. And the fries are great too. Some awesome catfish.